welcome to Mo's World, the baseball podcast. Yep, another baseball podcast. Here we talk about baseball like a few friends sitting at the bar, and we welcome your input. In our 5th episode of Season 3, we will touch on a few of the hot topics being sent around today. Hope you enjoy. Alrighty, something that has caught my eye lately is the next ballot for the 2027 Hall of Fame vote. A few familiar names are popping up on it, like Chase Utley and Andy Pettitte. They'll return in 2027 looking for enough votes to be elected in. This will be Utley's 4th year on the ballot and Pettitte's 9th year. The new names on the ballot will range from John Lester, Brett Gardner, Todd Frazier, to Buster Posey. Buster Posey. Now, for years, I have heard him referred to as a future Hall of Famer. Seriously? Buster Posey is a Hall of Fame player? Now, before I get too deep over this topic, if you missed Season 1, Episode 22, our Hall of Fame voting criteria, and also Pete Rose, that podcast, you must listen to that. Now, Buster Posey? Okay, let's clear this up right now. Buster Posey was a really good player, but not a Hall of Famer. Once again, Buster Posey played 12 seasons. He opted out in 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. He had 5 really good years. He led the league in average in 2012 with a .336. He had an OPS plus of 171 leading the league in that same year. Now, why do I say he's not a Hall of Famer? Basically it's the length of career and the dominant span. Look, who Buster Posey compares to very closely? And this is going to blow some of your minds. Alrighty. Once again, my favorite site for digging up stats is still baseballreference.com. Scope it out, put in Buster Posey, slide down to compare him to, and enter the name Thurman Munson. Now, everyone seems to agree that Munson had a great career, but unfortunately, it was a short one for the Hall of Fame enshrinement. Now, Buster Posey is the new entrant to that club. Just deal with it. Look at their stats. Munson led with a 46 WAR compared to a 45 for Buster Posey. He led in games and plate appearances and hits. Buster Posey led in home runs and RBIs. RBIs was 729 to 701 for Munson. Average. Buster Posey was a 302 career average. Munson was 292. OPS, 831 for Buster Posey, 756 for Munson. Even had championships, awards, and honors. They both, Buster Posey had 3 championships. Munson played on 2 champions. They were both in 7 All-Star games. They both won 1 MVP. And with Buster Posey winning 1 batting title, Munson led 3 Gold Gloves to 1, and Buster Posey had 5 Silver Slugger awards. I don't think that was an award when Munson played, but I'm not sure. Now, like I said numerous times about this, I'm not saying Buster Posey is not a great player. He was. He just didn't play long enough. It's as simple as that. 5 years does not make a Hall of Fame career. So that's my opinion on it, and he shouldn't get elected. So, the WBC. Lots of star names are playing this year. Holy cow. Now, I know that teams are hating this for sure. They can't stand when their star players playing a tournament like this during spring training. when it's early in spring training, I'm sure everybody's shitting over the pitcher's arms and everything like that. But it's a good mix, and the length of spring training will definitely be broken with this tournament. In the early mix of spring games, you can definitely see that players are geared up and ready for this tournament. And that's a good thing. They're arriving, ready to go. Now, March 4th was the opening game of the tournament in Tokyo. And in case you haven't been driven to your brains yet, the participants are Pool A consists of Canada, Colombia, Cuba, Panama, and Puerto Rico. Pool B consists of Brazil, Great Britain, Italy, Mexico, and the United States. Pool C is Australia, Chinese Taipei, Czechia, Japan, and Korea. And Pool D consists of the Dominican Republic, Israel, Netherlands, Nicaragua, and Venezuela. Now, there's going to be a lot of neat players in playing here, but I'll tell you, one player to watch is Cole Carrig. Now, he's the 2023 first-round pick of the Rockies, and he's been playing in the center field in the minors, even though he was a shortstop in college. But he's going to be playing shortstop for Team Israel in the WBC. Now, last year, he led the Eastern League in Double-A with 18 assists, 16 in center field and 2 in right field. He finished 1 assist behind the minors record as he was mostly a shortstop in college. And that's the position that can really use his arm strength. We're going to talk more about the results in the next podcast since the tournament is just getting underway. Should be fun though, and let's just hope everyone stays healthy. Now, interesting, we've all heard about it. Major League Baseball entering the TV game, right? Blackout policies for Major League Baseball in 2026. Well, it's making significant changes to its broadcasting policies, and especially regarding blackouts. Now, traditionally, local blackouts have restricted fans from watching their home team games through streaming services if those games are available on local TV. And in-market streaming, Major League Baseball has introduced subscriptions for 21 of its 30 teams. Now, this will allow fans to watch local games without blackout restrictions. This means that fans within a team's home territory can stream games directly, enhancing accessibility. Now, that's cool. The removal of blackouts and the new in-market streaming options that kind of aim to eliminate local blackouts for many teams will be a positive experience for the fans. Excuse me. Now, Major League Baseball, though, has expressed a commitment to listening to fans, or so they say, and addressing blackout frustrations. While the complete removal of all blackout restrictions is pretty much not guaranteed at this point, the current changes represent it's a big step forward as far as viewing options that the fans have. Fans should stay updated on their specific team policies and any further announcements from MLB regarding broadcasting and streaming options. We're going to hear a lot of talk about this as the year goes on. This is a major improvement, and blackouts have always been a hassle in games. Well, at least we should be able to watch the games this year after all. Do not get complacent, though, because the issues of the demise of the RSNs and regional local TV deals will be a major topic this coming year between owners. And you're going to hear about it. And that reminds me, GM moves. Have you ever had second thoughts over your favorite team's GM's decisions? Why? What were they thinking? Wouldn't you really like to know the truth behind some teams' decisions now? instead of finally finding out in some MLB network show or what really happened to blah, blah, blah team of 1993. I wonder this myself. Wouldn't you like to hear the real conversation on why players were dumped or supported? Like, why did the Yankees re-sign Bellinger and Grisham? Does Brian Cashman have a plan? What did the Yankees do with now two prospects in Spencer Jones and Jason Dominguez? Well, use your imagination, and what if it went something like this? Well, we welcome to the show the Yankees GM Brian Cashman. Brian, thanks for stopping by and hopefully letting us drill you on a few topics. We'll see. So, question. Jason Dominguez, what is the thought process on him for his current year? And what about the current state of the outfield? Starting off slow, huh, Jace? Well, Jason, as you know, he made his major league debut for us, age 20, on September 1st, 2023. We understood he would be a work in progress, but people say he's a better center fielder. We've determined that he's just a poor outfielder. After the 2025 season, it was determined that priority would be to re-sign Cody Bellinger. After this was accomplished, we had Cody and Aaron Judge, and with the decision of Trent Grisham returning to us at $22 million, his decision did surprise us. So we had our starting outfield. So will Dominguez be a bench player? Oh, we don't feel that he would benefit on the bench, and we don't see him as that type of component. Sounds like you are moving on from him. No, not at all. Unfortunately, his growth has been slower than we anticipated, and with his options, it will probably be best to play regularly at Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Look for him to succeed. Well, if he succeeds in the majors, he's going to have to hit. He needs to hit. So even if he hits .450 this spring, tearing up the ball, he'll end up in AAA? Like I said, more than likely, but you never know about injuries. How does this impact the Yankees' other up-and-coming player, center fielder Spencer Jones? Oh, we've been thrilled with the progress of Spencer. We anticipate him spending a full year in Scranton and look for him to progressing to make a decision hard for us in the future. But in reality, there's just no room for him at this point. So basically, you've decided to play it again with the same script from 2025. Do you really anticipate another career year from Grisham and a healthy Bellinger for perhaps 150 games? Let me ask you a question. What the fuck do you think I'm going to say to that stupid fucking question? I think we're done here. Yeah, that's probably how it would go in a live interview. If you could only be a fly on the wall to see if the Yankees would even contemplate trading Spencer Jones, Jason Dominguez, and prospect George Lombard Jr. for some pitching help. I think that's a wrap on today's show. A bit short, but we're at the stage in spring training where not much is going on. I hope you enjoyed our 5th episode of Season 3 of Mo's World, the baseball podcast. We are still on our winter schedule for releasing new episodes every other Friday. Our next episode will be on March 20th, 2026. Each episode is approximately 20 minutes long. Thank you for listening, and please spread the word to your friends. In the meantime, ask yourself, whose world is it? It's Mo's World.
Oh.